It's time for another edition of About Your House, where we bring you the most experienced and knowledgeable tradesmen and women in the industry. On today's show, we have Benjamin Prince of Freedom Longevity and Wellness. He'll be talking about the company, what they're all about, and how he got to where he is today, to this exact moment today. About Your House is brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store that's been serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience they offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product selection, and lowest price guarantee. About Your House is also brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us as we spread a little love. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of About Your House. Got a lot to talk about today. Benjamin Prince in the house today.
What's going on?
Thanks for coming in, Ben.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Freedom, longevity, and wellness. And we're going to talk about health is wealth and all that stuff. But bringing up Queen City Home Store, I want to share an event I went to Friday night in celebration, a celebration event at the Carmel Country Club. Queen City Home Store had an event out there that I was very graciously invited to, and to celebrate various employees of Queen City Home Store throughout the years. One of them, and I'm going to pay tribute to here on the show today, is Chip Fincher. Chip Fincher's been with Queen City for over 30 years, I believe, and has just been an incredible employee. And really, Chip's has been fighting cancer now for several years, and we wanted to express our deep gratitude for Chip's service, his ability to do what he does so very well in the appliance industry. And Chip's been in contract sales for, like I said, many, many years over there and does a great job. So a big thank you goes out to Chip. Well done, many years. And the night was in celebration of Chip's service to Queen City Home Store and the community. Not only does he do a great job with what he does in price and product and just helping customers make the right decisions and get the right appliances, such as all the salespeople at Queen City. But Chip's done an extraordinary job, very well known throughout the Charlotte community and building, in the home building industry as well as remodeling. Chip's been a great man, and love him dearly. He certainly got his due celebration Friday night. And also other employees such as Mark Elkert and several others got some big awards for their service and what all they've given through Queen City. And most of all, I want to thank the people, the staff, the player family. Player family is incredible. Met the whole family out there. They're third generation family. Woody Player started Queen City Home Store in 1952. Had several kids. These kids are raised now. Grandkids on the way. You know how it goes. At any rate, the whole family was there, including Mrs. Player, who's 94 years old. Years young. No, she's 94 years old. When you get that old, that's old.
Well, she's lived a life, hasn't she?
But yeah, age is, to me, she's lived a great life. Amen. I thank her personally for all they've done, the Player family. They've just been a tremendous asset to the industry and to the community as a whole. Feeding hungry people to all the charity and philanthropic things they do. They've just been a tremendous benefit to the Charlotte community. And now they are opening stores in both North and South Carolina, furniture stores. They've taken over the stores and they're making them Queen City Home Stores. So they're growing, and all the families very much involved, and just a great company. And I thank them for the invitation and thank them for the support on the show here moving forward. I want to thank them for supporting Put Tools in Schools. And that's what it takes to make these changes in our community to help people, and they've just been tremendous at the support for About Your House and Put Tools in Schools. And also, I want to talk about Saturday night, another event I attended. You're from the Beatties Ford Road corridor up there, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
You know where Hopewell High School is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right behind Hopewell High School.
Me and my wife were part of the first graduating class. So was Jeremy.
What, at Hopewell?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's coincidental because I went to the first graduating class Saturday night of Aspire Trade High School, which is right behind Hopewell High School.
Really?
On Hambright there. Yeah. And I've had the developer, the head lady, Jennifer Nichols, on the show many years ago prior to them just digging the foundation. I think they were at that stage when I first met her and had her on the show here. And it was
Didn't
the first.
she teach at Hopewell too?
Was that? I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Why does she sound familiar?
Well, she may have. I don't know Jennifer's history. I know she was obviously in teaching and education. Yeah. At any rate, she started it, and it's the first graduating class from 3 years ago. They started 3 years ago at Aspire, and it is the only. And correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. Please, I need all the help I can get. I don't get out and about like I used to, but if you know of another trade high school, please let me know. And my phone number is easy. I'll give it to you, 704-712-4644. Feel free to text or call me anytime and correct anything I might say on this here show, because I definitely want to be right. I want to do the right thing.
Amen.
But the point is, 3 years ago, Aspire Trade High School opened, and I was very, very excited to the reason of it's the only trade high school in Charlotte. However, we could back up a little bit and say the Rock, Recovering Opportunities in Construction, over on Allegheny, across the street from Philip O'Berry High School, is a trade school as well. And it is a trade school, but it's not named a trade high school. It's just a trade school. It's called the Rock. And then we could also include the CPCC's construction career pathways offered at the Harper campus over on the kind of southwest side of Charlotte, over on Hebron Street, not a Hebron, well, it's near Hebron Street, South Boulevard. It's between South Boulevard and IS-77 over there, the Harper campus. At any rate, so we've got, and the reason I bring all this up is because here we are in summertime. Kids are out of school. Your kids out of school?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's out of school, sleeping late, in bed. Get up. Go mow the grass. No, but kids are out of school summertime. Swimming pools are open. Hey, summertime's on, right?
Yep.
How old you said your son had some. What? Tell me your story about last night.
Well, it happened this morning. My son parked his car last night.
How old's your son?
He turns 18 this year.
Okay, so you got one just sprouting his wings.
That's it. He works at Pizza Hut, and he parked his truck last night and said antifreeze was leaking out of his truck, and I just replaced his water pump not long ago. And this morning I was like, when you called, I was busy trying to get that fixed to where I can get here on time. And man, it's the trials and tribulations that God always gives you, the tests of patience and trying to teach your kids how to put a.
I was going to say, what's wrong with him?
Oh, he was dick. I made him do it now. Good man.
I love it.
Absolutely. He wants to work in the racing industry just like I have over the years, and I'm just trying to get him to teach him how to do the things he needs to do.
Well, speaking of that, what is he going to do? He's 18 now.
Well, he don't know what he wants to work in racing, and he wants to do something with his hands.
Mechanic.
Yeah, he wants to be a mechanic. Yeah, that's what he wants to do, and I support him. You don't need college these days. You can,
no, sir.
I started out in trades myself. I did construction. Matter of fact, right down the road, old PDI, Performance Drywall Incorporated. I don't even know if they're still there or not, but I worked for them for a few years and learned how to do metal framing and drywall and all the things, and end up in the military. But I firmly believe, no different than you do, that these kids need to learn these things. That's what's going to make the money now is the trades. It's not going to be the doctors and lawyers and things. It's going to be the trades in this world now.
Well, I've always said that if you learn, and let me share something about Aspire Trade High School that really just warmed my heart the other night. It really did. First of all, I love working with kids. I get emotional thinking about it because I've seen the joy and the freedom, the empowerment it gives young adults when they've accomplished something that they never have touched or never have done.
Yep.
It's just an overwhelming feeling of just
Watching
joy.
the joy, watching the joy in their face, watching them light up.
Right. And I had the pleasure of going to an event, several events here last year to the Aspire Trade High School. And when I go, I do my darndest to not only speak to the staff, but to talk to the kids, really just try to engage with the kids. Well, we had a career day, and I talked about it here on the show a couple weeks back. They had a career day and put tools in schools, myself and Precision Plumbing, Charlotte Mechanical, various other industry partners showed up in the atrium out there at the school, and we addressed the kids. Well, I didn't know how to confront the kids because normally I go to engage the kids in tools, with tools. And most of the kids I speak to in schools aren't familiar with tools. They don't know what the tools are. That's why I show up with a table full of tools to show them it's tool time with Put Tools in Schools and Uncle Ray. and this will tell you the reason I've got tagged myself with Uncle Ray, because kids have a hard time addressing you.
Yeah.
Well, who are you? Mr. Ray, Mr. Terry, Mr. Whatever.
Sometimes that makes kids uncomfortable wanting to call you Mr. because they think you're an actual teacher or somebody that's going to grade them on something. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Yeah.
So I coined me to Uncle Ray, so everybody, old, young,
Absolutely.
I don't care how old you are, how young you are, you can, hey, there's Uncle Ray.
Yep.
Well, I started this back about 8 months ago because of my age.
Yeah.
You know, and kids today are fearful about addressing adults. So I'm just trying to make it easy.
Everybody loves their uncle now. It's always the uncle that always causes the trouble with the kids. Trust me, I know.
Bingo! You hit the nail on the head there, buddy. So there we go. We're off to the races with Uncle Ray. Okay. Does it work? Well, here's a validation of that, okay? So I go to the career day. I'm wearing this shirt, as I do every show on right here on About Your House, and I wear this shirt wherever I go. You know, I've got other red shirts identical without the patch that I've got a name tag, but the point is I show up with this shirt. Well, I didn't know how to address the kids on career days. Like I said, I'm normally showing them what tools are. Well, all these kids know what tools are.
Right.
What a joy.
Amen.
To have 9th and 10th graders come up, females.
Really?
9th grader, going to be a plumber.
Wow. That's amazing.
The one next to her is a 10th grader, little old bitty thing. She's going to be a carpenter. And they're going to build houses together. Yeah. I said, wow.
That's
hey,
amazing.
Man,
That's
I was all pumped up about these kids. And one kid walks up with a welding helmet on and a welding shirt. And I'm thinking, hey, you like welding? He said, yeah, I'm going to be a welder. I said, nah.
But ready to go racing?
Now, he's an 11th grader.
Wow.
And we talked a little bit, and there's another guy came up. We talked a little bit, 11th grader. And I talked to many, many kids about their future and what the trades are and tools. And I did every bit of the encouragement and inspiration that I could to give those kids.
Yep.
Some help and inspiration for their future.
Right.
Well, when I showed up Saturday to the graduation, the juniors were the marshals.
Right.
That ran everybody, and I had about 5 marshals walk up to me, the 11th graders, shake my hand, and say, "Uncle Ray, it's great to see you." Dallas, one of the boys, walked up to me, shook my hand, and one thing I tell kids everywhere I go, and adults, everywhere I go, what's the most important thing we do every day? What do you think, Ben?
Just being polite to each other, helping each other through the day.
We're doing it right now.
Talking,
No,
having a
communicating.
conversation. Yeah, having
communicating is the most beneficial thing we do every day. Most important thing we do every day is communicate. And it's a foundation for your future. It's the foundation for the success in your career pathway. If you're not a good communicator, you'll never make it successfully the way you can if you learn to communicate. Would you agree to disagree?
I would agree 100%. If you knew me 4 years ago, I wasn't the best of communicators. Once I started my own business and had to communicate with people every day and had to put myself and be vulnerable in front of people, and it's opened my eyes to so many different things in this world. It's insane.
And these dumb things here, smartphones, are really dumb. No, these really have hurt our communication 100%. Skills tremendously.
100%.
We hide behind this crap.
I mean, kids don't know how to. They text and they use abbreviations. Use R for ARE instead of just
R-U-R.
Yeah,
and then just a U.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that. I really do, and it's all good. But still,
well, I mean,
communicate. But Dallas walked up to me, one of the juniors, and said, Uncle Ray, and grabbed my hand, shook it, and thanked me. He says, Uncle Ray, let's communicate. He says, that's the most important thing. He brought it up, not me. And see what stuck with him. And it stuck with me. And the 4 or 5 others, I don't know, walked up to me and thanked me, shook my hand. Man, Aspire Trade High School, first graduating class, 39. Now, here's the bummer. Charlotte, North Carolina, CMS, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools, which Aspire Trade High School is in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area, although their address is in Huntersville. Well, Huntersville is in Mecklenburg County. Mm-hmm. Therefore, it's a part of Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system. Mm-hmm. Okay? Aspire Trade High School. Where was the media Saturday night?
They ain't going.
Where was the media? They weren't present. Now, I know WSOC did an article about it, which somebody sent me, and I'm sure it was on the news. It has to be. Well, I'm going to give it all I can right now because of this. My task, my mission personally right now for you and the community everywhere I go is to raise the awareness of the many career pathways in the construction industry. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is to empower kids, give them happiness and purpose beyond their wildest dreams, working with their hands and their mind.
Amen.
This man right here, now I know him from Freedom, Longevity, and Wellness, true, but he's also got a background working with his hands.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And his mind. Now, looking back on your life, how well did it treat you?
Well, life is life. It has a lot of ups and downs, a lot of valleys and peaks.
But it took you through a period, did it not?
Oh, you always go through seasons. Everybody's go through seasons. You go through a season of what God has you on this certain path of where He wants you right now. You never know who you're going to come in contact with. Like, for instance, me and you coming in contact because of old Jeremy Barker and things like that. And life wasn't the easiest growing up, but hey, my mom did the best she could with what she had, and my grandfather taught me how to use my hands. I was putting Tommy lifts on the back of trucks when I was 9 years old. So, I mean, I was raised to work with my hands and raised to think mechanically and think for solutions and not problems.
You was raised to be a little boy growing up to be a man.
That's right. 100%.
And that's what we need to start doing is raising men. Amen. And not little boys.
Amen.
I mean, and that really is to my point. Now, and please believe when I say this, I'm all for women in construction and women in the trades.
Absolutely.
Automotive, women doing whatever they set their mind.
I knew a woman when I was doing metal framing and drywall, and that can put acoustic ceilings in better than any man I knew.
They're detail oriented.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean we need a whole crew and let's figure something out right now if we haven't already, and that's that men can do more heavy lifting, more strenuous work. They're heavy duty tools. Men are heavy duty humans. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it. Women are light duty. Let's face it. That's it. Now, there's some big women who can do big work. Yeah,
absolutely.
But hopefully they're few and far between. Because I don't want any to get mad at me.
Yeah.
At any rate. But there's room for everybody. However, right now we need more people in the industry, but not for me, it's for health, mental health. Mm-hmm. Mental health.
Man, mental health is man, I go through it every day. It's being a veteran and being a combat veteran, first of all, and being the things that I have done in my life, and I go through anxiety, depression, and all the things all the time. Mental health is a real thing.
Mental health is a major issue. As a matter of fact, I'm sad to say, someone that was near and dear to my life tried to take their own life yesterday. Now I'm dealing with it, and we all deal with that. But right now, folks, I know times are tough. They are tough. They're very tough for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
But just remember, you have no idea what people are going through.
No.
You have no idea. It didn't surprise me to hear the news. It really didn't, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's where we're at.
You never know when you talk to somebody when it may be their last time you're talking to them, or it may be a conversation you had to have with them, and it changed their mind. So again, going back to that communication thing you were talking about, it all starts with that. You never know what communication you're going to have with somebody that's going to change their outlook on something.
But you're exactly right, Ben. One thing that I'm noticing about people in general, they tend to stay closed up more so nowadays in this world we live.
Well, especially men, because we're taught you ain't supposed to show your emotions. You're supposed to be strong and stout for your family and things like that. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for my family and my wife and my kids, I wouldn't be here no more. But they have to see you go through those moments so that they know how to, again, building men, not boys. If we teach them that, hey, you have to be strong, but show them the soft side, the emotional side as well, they learn how to deal with that through their life.
Absolutely. There's not an event, talking about Aspire Trade High School, and I'm not afraid to admit this at all, especially at my age. I cry 3, 4, 5 times a week now.
Amen.
Because it's sad that I come here, and the joy and the pleasure, the purpose, the freedom, all the good things that come from working with my hands and my mind and helping people with servitude. You know, that really is, to me, is what's missing. Everybody's chasing money because money has become so scarce, and we're chasing it and trying to make ends meet. Lord of mercy, I understand that. I do it myself. We all do it.
Yep.
But it's just brutal.
Well, I mean, you have to be a servant leader, first of all, right?
That's something that's missing. Leadership.
There's not enough servant leaders either.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Again, going back to what you were just saying, everybody's so worried about that dollar. Everybody's so worried about that. But they're not worried about being a servant leader to somebody to teach them something. They're worried about their time and their money, and that's all they're worried about.
Well, that's my purpose now. God gave it to me.
Amen. And
I have to do it. People ask me why I do what I do. Well, for one thing, at my age, what else I got to do? Yeah. I mean, I'll build something. What you want to go build?
Yeah.
Let's go play. You want to come play? Come play with me at the toolbox.
Absolutely.
I showed you the toolbox.
Oh, man, this place is amazing. I can't wait to see all these kids in here working with welders and plumbing, HVAC. Man, it's amazing to see what you're doing here. I love it.
Not only kids, but there's a lot of adults, men
absolutely.
out there, men adults that were raised in this education environment we've created, where you got to go get a degree. But you get out of college with a degree and you still don't know a hammer from a screwdriver.
Yeah, and then you're in debt. Well,
and you still can't read a tape measure.
Yeah.
But I got a degree. Lord have mercy. Tell me what you can fix with that degree. Yeah. Now I'm not criticizing. Oh, I take that back. Yes, I am criticizing. And I upset people when I say catty things like that. Well, what in the world is it going to take? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be sweet. Trying to be objective.
Ain't no need being nice and sweet anymore. Everybody's
But my goodness gracious, when something's broke, what do? You see what you can do to fix it, to repair it.
You look for solutions and not problems.
You got it.
You get out of the victim mindset. The problem is everybody's in a victim mindset nowadays.
Pretty much.
That's all they want to think about.
And
it's
say,
all everybody's against
I'm
me.
not that way.
Yeah.
Who says I was talking to you?
100%. 100%. If they feel that, they know that you're talking to them.
Yeah. Something bothered you?
Yeah.
But
tell yourself the truth,
I'll tell you what. Well, we need to empower people to be self-sufficient, not codependent. And that's what we're raising now, a bunch of codependent codependency. That's it. Don't you see
Everybody
that?
looks for answers in that dumb phone you got right there, and everybody looks for answers and everything else but talking and communicating with each other.
Well, let's talk about my sponsors. You know, I really am totally grateful for the sponsorship that the sponsors give us here at About Your House. I go after local companies, family-owned or friend-owned, just like yours, that support this show, and we can give it back and support the community, like Rhino Lift. We talk about youth. Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Foundation solution companies have become very, very numerous in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area, and for a good reason. Our quality of construction has not gotten better. It's gotten substantially worse through the years due to what I talk about on this show all the time. It's called, I won't say stupidity, I'll just call it ignorance. They don't know how to do it correctly through ignorance. That's not knowing. So how do we fix that? We educate people. Well, take the Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Here we got 2 college graduates in there pushing 30 years old, got out of college, wanted to make a difference. Wanted that entrepreneur word we hear all the time. 2 kids with that entrepreneur spirit wanted to develop their own company, transparent, honest, and deliver a quality product on time, the right way. Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Whether it's a foundation failure, a concrete slab subsiding, needs to be lifted, crawl space problems, be it encapsulation, water intrusion, water problems, retaining wall problems, foundation issues, whatever the case may be, Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions has the solutions. Licensed contractor in both North Carolina and South Carolina. Great company, great reviews, top drawer, 5-star reviews. Give them a call. Go online, rhinoliftfoundations.com. Let's talk about Kilo. We talk about crawl spaces all the time. We're entering the humid months of summer. What do they call them? The dog days?
The dog days.
Today, for example, humidity right now is in the upper 60s. That's a bad sign for summertime. What's that mean for your crawl space? Well, with Kilo Exterminating, they come out and inspect your house for termites, any water issues, water intrusion issues that might create more insect infestation, wood destroying insects such as termites, whatever the case may be. They will inspect your crawl space and tell you of anything that you need to know, such as fallen ductwork or ductwork that's full of water. We'll talk about that a little bit. Whatever and also moisture readings, at least 3 to 4 moisture readings with every crawl space inspection. That's kilo.biz. Give them a call, kilo.biz. And let's don't forget ABS Insulating. ABS on the show last week. Danny and Ryan were on the show talking about what they do, how they do it. Folks, like I said, the dog days of summer are on us. Comfort, hardest thing to achieve during summers, that 70-degree temp. Well, I'm sitting in a room right now where the temperature is 75 degrees, and I'm very comfortable. Low humidity. Why? Air. You lose most of your comfort through the air. Humidity. You don't fight temperature, you fight humidity. ABS Insulating has answers. Go online, absinsulation.com. And on today's show, we have Benjamin Prince with Freedom, Longevity, and Wellness. We're going to talk about what pathway it took to get him to where he's at, and much more. We're talking about put tools in schools, how we can change lives, giving kids purpose and happiness. Aren't you happy when you're working with your hands?
Amen.
How much work do you do in your shop up there?
Man.
You do any?
Today?
No, not today. All right, Freedom, Longevity, and Wellness.
Yeah. So
you do a lot of things.
Yeah,
Tell
we do
us
a lot
what
of
you
things.
do.
So we have infrared sauna, red light therapy, compression boots, cold plunges. We have hyperbaric chambers. We have assisted stretching. We have a Vibe X plate, which is a big vibration plate to help.
I know. I've been on one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've done all that, what you say. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm very familiar with
holistic healing, basically. So
Yeah.
we do a lot of contrast therapy with athletes, older folks. Our demographics really right now around 30 and up, really. It's amazing to have the conversations with people and get. We do more than just the physical therapy too. It's more, again, going to the communication side of it. People aren't used to somebody being as open in a business and talking to them about their personal life and working with them through their issues. It's all a mental game, man. Mental health is huge inside of our facility. We try to help as many people as we can.
I think we need to address mental health every day now because of the times we're living in.
Absolutely.
With the threat of war, the threat of economic failure, collapse. Maybe it's my computer. I don't know. Maybe it's my screen. But you don't see a lot of joy anymore, do you?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
And I think that's a psyop in itself.
Oh, absolutely. Be around 5 negative people, you're going to be the 6th.
Yeah,
Be
for sure.
around 5 entrepreneurs, you're going to be the 6th.
Love.
Absolutely.
There's not a lot of love floating around these days.
No.
That's something we definitely need.
Absolutely.
We definitely need it. And I was referring back to Aspire Trade High School the other night, that event I went to. That's one thing I felt in that whole room.
Is the joy.
Joy and love.
Yeah. It's amazing how influential it is on your own body, on your own mind, your own self. Just seeing that and seeing people seeing people be joyful and happy and the energy that comes from it is just insane.
Get a lot more done with honey than we do that old bitter stuff.
Absolutely.
We gotta be sweet.
Absolutely.
Gotta be good. Gotta spread some love. But you've got all these modalities in your shop there.
Absolutely.
Were you a part of installing any of this?
I did. So our entire facility, I did everything myself.
That was where I was going.
Absolutely.
So you did all that stuff you just mentioned.
So I put everything in myself. I put everything together myself. All the upfit I did myself, all because of all the things I learned as a kid. From being a kid to being a man, working in the industry, in the construction industry, to going into the military, to learning the things that I learned there mechanically, to getting out to where I am now. It's fortitude to me to the experiences to know how to do these things instead of going out and outsourcing it and being able to know that, all right, well, I put a shower pan in over here, I have to put Durarock up, or I have to put some kind of barrier or something like that up because it has to be up to code. Or doing electrical work, I have to know the code for that. And I leaned on a few friends of mine. That's what they do.
Well, that's what you do,
right? Because
it's a community.
Absolutely. Because if I didn't know, I could lean on them, and they could show me how to do it, and then I could do it from now on.
To that point, in my whole career, I've never been a licensed anything except North Carolina driver's license. That's the only license I got a marriage license one time. Actually, I got them 3 times. I got a marriage license. But my point to that...
They couldn't keep up with you, huh?
No, really, they couldn't. But licensing, for example, for contractor's license and what have you.
Yeah.
I have leaned on my constituents in this industry 56 years. I know a lot about all the trades, a lot.
That's what it's about.
More than your average bear, believe me, because I've done hands-on like yourself.
Yeah.
I've applied plumbing, electrical, HVAC work, concrete work, drywall work, painting. I mean, you name it, it's been done. I've had my hands on it. Now, but there's times where I need to reach out to fellow industry people to validate, to get the facts, because I don't know it all.
Well, I mean, you never know when code's going to change.
Or what you may have. For example, last week, here we are at the toolbox. You saw what we're going to put in here. Mm-hmm. Well, we got to have infrastructure to have that happen, to make that happen.
Yep.
Now, what do I mean by that, infrastructure? If I'm going to have a welder back here, I've got to have a 220, 50 amp circuit run for that welder.
Absolutely.
If I'm going to have two welders, I'm going to have 2 circuits.
Yep.
Then I've got a table saw. It might be 220. I've got all this power equipment. I don't have receptacles off throughout the building. So we've got to wire the infrastructure for all this power equipment. It ain't out there right now, so we've got to put it on there. Well, does my building have enough power to substantiate, to feed what we're going to put in this building?
You have to know how to figure that out, too.
Well, I wanted to know if I did. I thought I had 3-phase, but I wanted to know I had 3-phase.
Yep.
So I called my buddy Ron Helms of Ron Helms Electrical Service and Contracting. I've known Ron for darn near 40 years, I bet, right now, and he's always been there for me. Now, I got another one named Mr. Kyle Murray, a younger electrician. But I like to lean on people that do it every day and get, because I don't know everything. If Kyle's bailed me out many times, I called him where the new system crossed it with a arc fault breaker, the problems it was causing. Well, Kyle knew exactly what I needed to do.
Yep.
So I said, man, I appreciate it, Kyle. Well, Ron Helms came over here last Tuesday, checked out both panels we've got. I got 3-phase. I got the capabilities and enough power to take care of all I got.
Right.
But like I said, I'm not an electrical contractor. I don't know it all, so I call them. And just as everyone should, if you need electrical help, there's certain things that I'm not going to do myself. There's some things that I'm very comfortable with doing myself, especially electrically, because my father was an electrician. I worked
I know enough to get myself zapped. You know what I mean? I go in there, I'll get zapped every time.
I've been zapped. I've been zapped more times than I could count. And now that doesn't make me right or wrong or whatever. According to some young electricians, they call me stupid because there's no reason in the world that you should ever, thank you, Kayla Calamoose. She tore me up one day on the show here. She's a union electrician. There's no reason you should do that. Boy, she says, safety. And she's right. I'm not ignoring it, but I don't know many electricians that ain't been shocked.
No, man, if you ain't been shocked messing with electricity, you ain't messing with it right.
There you go. You got to just be careful, but understand the principles and be safe. Be safe. And, for example, me and Roosevelt Pitts last week, we put a 50 amp receptacle out there for the stick welder,
right? The
buzz box.
Yeah.
So we did that, and there again, you follow all the safety procedures you need to. After all, it will kill you, and you have to be safe. But the point is, you lean on other people, like a plumber.
Yep.
Every now and then, you got to call your buddy. And speaking of that,
well, I'll say this, all the things that I've been through in my business and things like that, call a buddy, but make sure that they know what they're doing too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Don't let them come in and do the work for you or help you do the work and then do it the wrong way, and then that certain person don't, because it's happened to me recently, and that person ghosts you and not come back because they know they messed it up.
You just said something. This is how stupid has become very prevalent because we got professionals out there that really don't know what they're doing.
No.
Am I right or wrong?
Oh, they talk a good talk, and then when they get to do the work and they mess it up, and then you tell them to come back and fix it, and they won't come back and fix it, or they'll ghost you and
this
leave you alone.
Has become more and more prevalent every week I live, and it's really stupid is out of control.
Oh, it's insane.
And the thing is, egos are too, because there's a great example. My ego's big. I can do it. Come over and do it, and it's done wrong. You don't know how many stories I've heard of late.
Oh, it's insane. I paid this guy $4,000 to come in and help me do this, and then the shower pan's not even level, it puddles, and you got to keep cleaning it out. It's like, man, really? Like,
this is another reason we got to put tools in school.
Right.
And here's the big problem, and I know I keep bouncing back to it, but it's such an enormous problem. And it's enormous because how are we going to teach plumbers how to be plumbers without plumbers teaching plumbers?
Yeah.
We don't have enough plumbers to teach the plumbers how to plumb. Now, I know that might not make a lot of sense, But the point is, where are we going to find the instructors? A friend of mine called me the other day. He's up in Gaston County. Matter of fact, David Richardson is going to be on the show next week. And we're going to talk about this very thing. You know, who's going to teach kids? He's up there telling me, well, he can teach the basic core out of electrical. He can teach the basic core out of plumbing.
Right.
He can do all the basic stuff. I said, well, you going to do it all? That's like me out here. Who's going to teach all this stuff? I can teach all I can teach, but I can't do it all.
Yeah.
I cannot, as one man, and that's the problem. How many people know the industry?
Well, going back to what you said before,
Yeah.
you know, people don't communicate enough. People don't talk enough to each other. People don't, you know, with life happening now and the way the world is going now, obviously, everybody knows what's going on in this world right now, but people are too worried about the life and things happening and don't want to, you know, extend themselves out a little bit to help kids or help other men and women out or do these things. You know, you have to, you know, you spread your wings out and teach people other things and show people the right direction, the right
spread
path.
love.
Yes.
Giving.
Yes. Amen.
To your point.
Amen.
Yesterday, several days, I got a gentleman named Roosevelt Pitts. You'll meet Roosevelt here on the show. 67-year-old fella that has given me unbelievable help. But he sat down yesterday and he says, Ray, and I'm not bragging. I'm just sharing what he told me. He says, Ray, you're a very rare breed. He said, you're willing to give anything you got to anybody that needs it or wants it.
Why gatekeep things?
I said, I'm an open book.
Yeah.
Everything I've got's yours. All you got to do is ask questions because I don't know what you're
Being a servant leader.
I said, I'll sit here and tell you everything I got. He says, I know, and that's what I'm talking about. There aren't many people that'll do that.
Why hide
Especially
and
men.
not be honest? You know, honesty, integrity is the one things you have as a man. Why not be
And
that?
we need to instill that and grow that in men.
100%.
Wouldn't it be easier if everybody was just honest with each other? You could just cut all the unnecessary crap off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
get
not
to the
saying-
point.
Yeah.
I'm not
100%.
saying that I don't give people who come in this building a lot of stuff because I'm a man and we're going to rib each other.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's part of the therapy of how you're going to remember it because that day Uncle Ray yelled at me.
Yeah.
And after I yelled at him, I'll grab him by the shoulders, give him a big hug, and say, but I love you.
I'll never forget a butt chewings and stuff that my granddaddy used to give me. My pawpaw, he used to chew my butt all the time. But at 9 years old, I was putting Tommy lifts in the back of pickup trucks. I was welding Tommy lifts on the back of box trucks. Like,
You were welding how old?
9, 10, 11 years
That's
old.
awesome. With a stick welder,
Yeah.
probably,
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
Buzz box.
Yep.
But you did it.
I did it.
You learned
I
it.
had to learn it. And, you know, when I messed up, he chewed me out. And then I learned that, hey, don't do it that way because you're going to get
Well,
chewed out. if you
how
do.
else do you make an impact now? Now, Benjamin, being nice, no, you won't remember that.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
But
No,
yeah, that's part of growing. But it's fun, and it's a learning and growing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Men working with a group of men and teamwork. That's a lesson. That's what we'll be teaching here at the Toolbox. Teamwork, leadership, time management.
Emotional control, not being able to lose your emotions while you're working on something.
And work on your feelings. You can be fussed at.
Absolutely.
You know, it's part of the exercise. And if you don't, and you got to be you've got to wear your safety equipment. You've got to be aware of people around you. You have to communicate. Communicate is one of the biggest safety factors every day that you're going to perform.
Absolutely.
That's the thing about communication that we need to recognize in this world. And, and I'm going to say this, headphones, earplugs, smartphones, hoodies, Crocs aren't allowed in this building. And the thing about the Aspire Trade High School, I didn't see any of that. I saw none of that.
Do
when
people wear Crocs to school now? You're in school.
Oh, man.
Crocs?
That's like a
Man,
thing
you ought
now.
to see truck drivers on the road. You ain't supposed to wear Crocs and flip flops driving a big truck. And
Nah.
you see these guys getting out at the fuel pumps, and they're getting out with their flip flops and Crocs on.
Oh,
and
Lord.
You see
tennis shoes or
flip-flops,
boots.
sports
That's insane.
sandals, shower sandals.
See, I remember flip-flops
Crocs,
in school.
all
Kids
of
wearing
that
socks
in
and
public
sandals.
schools.
But I don't remember Crocs. I mean, my
See them wearing
nephew will wear them.
You see them wearing pajamas. They wear pajamas
Yeah.
to school.
Yeah, I have seen that.
These
Yeah.
girls, too many belly buttons are showing.
Oh, man.
Way too. I didn't see one belly button at Aspire Trade.
You got young girls, like you see them walking
Oh.
around like 15 dressed like they're 25.
Oh, it's
It's-
insane.
It's
a problem.
crazy, man. It's just crazy. Anyway, sorry to get off on that, but this is what we're dealing with, folks.
That's just what this world is now.
This is where we're at, what we're dealing with. I'm sorry, I don't understand it. And maybe I don't fit. And maybe a lot of you are saying, boy, I'm glad you're as old as you are because you're going away within the next 5 to 10. Yes, I am. But while I'm here, I'm going to make a splash and I'm going to make some noise
Absolutely. Amen.
because we got to.
Might as well go out kicking and screaming.
Yeah. Right with the bag, right?
Make them upset. Yeah, I don't want to upset anybody. I love you. But I'll do what I can do. Let's say thank you to a few sponsors here. One thing is FCI, Floor Coverings International of Southeast Charlotte. Great company, great staff, great professionalism and product knowledge about floor covering because there's many to choose from. But they've got you covered. They'll bring the showroom to you. They've got mobile showrooms come to you in any county around Charlotte. I know the word. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Doesn't matter where you live. Rowan County, Iredell County, Gaston County, York. Doesn't matter. Indian Land, I don't care where you're at. Doesn't matter. Union County, they'll come to you. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. They handle any kind of floor covering you could imagine, be it the most popular, that's hardwood floor, be it engineered, that's pre-finished, or stained, sanded and stained. They got you covered. Whatever the case may be, stair treads, stair runners, custom carpets, binded carpets, carpet, what we call it,
LVP.
LVP, thank you, Richton. LVP, LVT, all that, and laminate. Laminates come back strong with a much, much better product. Check them out. Yourflooringteam.com. Yourflooringteam.com. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Check them out. And Queen City Home Store. The Queen City Home Store is the store you need to. If you've never been to the Queen City Home Store, take a visit. Whether it's the corporate out on Queen City Drive, one of the branch stores, or out in Pineville, Carolina Place Mall, they've got a brand new store out there. Queen City Home Store. You're looking for bedding, appliances, furniture, media, you name it. It's in your house. Take a look. They sell everything but the kitchen sink, but they'll put you in touch with somebody who can do that. So that's Queen City Home Store. 3 generations old. Started in 1952. Check them out. That's queencityonline.com or give corporate a call at 704-391-6000. Queen City Home Store. And today we got Freedom Longevity and Wellness in the studio with us, Benjamin Prince. And we're going to talk about health and wellness. Yes, we are, I promise. But we already have if you've been listening because we've been talking about health and wellness.
Amen. State
of mind, happy, yeah. Spread some love, make us feel better. Good stuff. Check it out. Ben, we were talking about your stores, and you did everything in that store on. Not only do you know how to put the stuff in, but normally when you install it, you figure out how it works the best and most efficient way it works.
Absolutely.
You can't replace that with somebody else installing it, can you?
No, you can't. It's knowledge is power.
It sure is.
You know what I mean? Knowledge is power. So going in and doing that and knowing how these things work, I can go. For instance, my wife's gonna kick my butt for saying this, but usually when I go out, I do stuff out of town a lot. I still do racing from time to time, and just to make extra money on the side and all the things. And every time I leave, something breaks or goes down, and I have to get on the phone and I have to help them work through it because they didn't put it together.
The engineer on call.
Exactly. So I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But yeah, it's amazing how when you put your mind to something and how much you put your effort into it, how much you actually get out of it.
It works that way, and that's something else we're not teaching anymore.
Mm-mm.
And the contentment, the power you get from knowing how to do those things is powerful.
Absolutely.
And nothing can replace it. Did your son help you along the way?
He helped me a little bit. He has his own own path. It's I try to get him to help and get him to push to do the manly things. But when we were kids, we were hard headed. Lock cock.
Kids are kids. They need to be kids.
Yeah,
we need to encourage that. You're only young once. Although they also have to have responsibility. The number one thing. Data, baby, data.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing you can do to damage your kid is not give them responsibilities at home.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't give them responsibilities at home, how in the world you think they're going to grow up and be responsible?
They ain't going to.
No.
They're going to think everything's given to them. They're going to think everything is for free, and it just happens.
And you probably might say, what right do you tell me what to do with my kids? None. Absolutely none. I'm just giving you some advice because a lot of kids need it.
Mm-hmm.
They need responsibilities. In actuality, kids like it. They love it. If they have a set of responsibilities and they
makes them feel like they're getting older. It makes them feel like they're becoming, like boys are becoming into men. You're giving them responsibilities. Hey, look, you got to go mow the grass. You got to go cut the weed eat. You help me trim these bushes. Help me do these things. So you can have your insurance. You can have your internet and things like that you want. You have to do these things. Your responsibility is to have the things in life that you need.
Yep. And you got to play the games to get them.
Absolutely.
Because we've all got responsibilities. But right now, kids are being coddled, taken care of. And another thing is the toolbox, we don't permit the coddling.
Well, things are taught, not caught, right? You got to teach these things to the kids.
Absolutely.
They're not just going to pick it up.
That's right.
If you don't put that effort forth in teaching the kids, they're not going to know what's to come. They're not going to taxes. They're not going to know how to do that. They're not going to know how to pay their bills. The only thing they know how to do is get on the phone and, all right, I can do this.
What's your thoughts on AI, real quick? We got about 8 more minutes here.
I've got a lot of different thoughts on it. I think it's useful in its own ways.
I think we need to talk about this some because it's. Have you noticed about everywhere you go, it's in conversation?
It's everywhere you
go.
go.
How about you?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
AI is a topic of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We would agree to that. So, as participants in this community, in this culture in which we live, I feel it's very important that we do discuss it.
I mean, like I said, I feel like it's useful in its own ways, but I think it's taking the process of figuring these things out on your own, the thought process, the having the fortitude to go ask questions and communicate with somebody, go get on the phone to call a plumber and be like, hey, I'm doing this, but I'm having issues. Is there something I can fix? Can you tell me a better way to fix this? Plumbers most of the time won't do it anymore.
Right.
Well, I'm not making no money off of it, so I'm not going to tell you.
It's all money.
Gatekeeping.
When AI is taking the place of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's concerning to me. It was bad enough to when you ask a kid a question, he'd pick up his phone and Google it. And that's happened to me countless times. And I say, put the phone down. I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same thing. Google was, in fact, AI. It's just we called it Google at the time. Now we've progressed, and now it's AI, Chat GTP. There are some people that confer with Chat GTP numerous times every day. What's that telling us, people? That we're becoming codependent upon a false brain. It's intelligent. I'll give it that. It ought to be.
It can guide you in the wrong direction, too.
Yes, it can.
You got people that kill themselves because Chat GPT told them to.
Oh,
There's a couple instances where that people.
Well, I mean, you can even go as far as, if you research anything, biblical in it, it'll tell you the wrong verses. I've had that experience. Like, me being in my journey of following Christ is, I'm not going to lie, I've used chat to find certain
that's why
verses,
we don't talk about it, because
right? But if you look at that and then look at the King James Bible or look at a Bible before King James, it's not telling you the right verse. It's not telling you it in the context it needs to be told, right? So it's teaching you wrong and not the right way. And then these kids go out with the wrong way, and then look how they act.
Right. It's artificial intelligence, AI. It's taking the
Keyword
place
artificial.
of human thought. And that, to me,
It's awful.
I understand the benefits. I truly do. It's common sense benefits. If you can pick up a device, talk into it, and it gives you an answer that
You can streamline certain things, but again, it's useful in certain ways.
You gotta weigh the pros and the cons, and to me, there's more cons than there are pros. So
yeah.
I say get
I
rid
couldn't
of it.
agree more.
Absolutely.
That's my opinion.
I think it's scary as heck. And not only that, you don't, and this is true, what I'm about to say here, I don't know what to believe on the screen anymore. I don't know what to believe because AI makes it so realistic. And you don't know. Things that you're seeing on the web, online, they're not real.
You almost just have to assume by default now that it is AI, and then you do some research to find out if it is. In fact
But
AI.
look what that's doing.
It's ridiculous.
One of my golden rules is the golden rule itself: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't lie. Nope, I don't lie. I lied a period of my life up until actually it was 2001. I remember the day I quit lying. I made up my mind to quit lying, and I'm not going to lie. Now, I'm pretty blunt and outspoken, and I'm pretty frank, but I try to do it with love and understanding, compassion. I try to do it with love, empathy, compassion, care. Really, I work on that principle. But I don't lie.
What's the purpose in lying? Where's that going to
But
get you?
see, everything we see now, not everything, but the vast majority of what we see, we don't know whether it's the truth or a lie.
Yep.
So we're living in deception, which is totally against every value that I stand for.
Absolutely.
So now that's where I put AI.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree at all.
I feel like to put it in a religious context, it's the devil.
Oh, read Revelations. Just read Revelations.
It's scary.
Everything that's going on right now, we're dealing with it.
Yep. So that's what I think of AI.
Oh, yeah.
And and I had a conversation at an event this weekend. I told you I went to several about AI with people my age, and it's becoming very popular, very popular. And then I'll tell you another situation. Our treasurer, Chief Financial CFO of Put Tools in Schools, he developed our game plan for the toolbox out here using AI, which it was a good it was a good program. A little tweak here, a little tweak
Well, again, AI has its benefits, right?
Yeah.
It can help you streamline certain things, but again, you still have to put the work in to put all these things together.
Right.
Because if you're not going to put all the things together, it's not going to work. Again, going back to talking about me doing everything inside the facility, if I didn't do that, we're not going to know how it's going to work. If we don't know how it's going to work, how are we going to have people go in and use these things? Right? So,
I agree.
Same thing with AI, no different than what you were just talking about with the toolbox. Like, you can get the footprint of what this is going to be, but you still have to do the work.
Yep. And going back to the roots of it, it's all about people.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we do every day is an OP factor, other people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't, on God's green earth, get along without each other.
Nope.
We need each other.
That's how this world was built, is each other.
Part of the mission for this program, for the future of our well-being, is all around taking care of each other, spreading love, joy, fellowship, working together to achieve commonalities and common goals.
Being servant leaders for each other.
We're not being taught that.
Nope.
And that's the purpose for the show here, is to spread that love and joy. Well, I got a minute left in hour number 1. We got Benjamin Prince here. We're going to talk next hour about what's freedom, longevity, and wellness all about. I feel like
It's about the people. That's what it's about.
well, that really is what it's all about.
100%. 100%.
The people.
Absolutely.
Because if you can give people health and wellness, health is wealth.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, if you're
100%.
healthy, you're wealthy. And the older you get, the more important health becomes, because you're a target. You're a cash cow. That's right, you're a cash cow. Why? Because you're a constant customer. If you're sick, you're our person. You're our client. You're our customer for life. We just got to keep you sick. So stay tuned. Benjamin Prince will be back hour number 2. More about your house. We'll talk to you then.
Hour number 2, Ray continues his conversation with Benjamin Prince of Freedom, Longevity, and Wellness. They'll be talking more about the services the company offers that can help optimize your overall health and well-being. About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. About Your House is also brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store. It's been serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience they offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product selection, and lowest price guarantee. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
And welcome back to hour number 2. Got Mr. Benjamin Prince in the studio with me today. You can listen to this show every Saturday morning, 9 to 11 on Fox Sports Charlotte. I don't give it enough mention, but there you go. Fox Sports Charlotte every Saturday morning, 9 to 11. Download the free app. You can stream it live anywhere on the planet. You can listen to us live typically on any Tuesday morning between 10 and noon. This show here is not. It's going to be downloaded because we're not live, because technology, when it works, it's great. When it works. We got some bugs with our cameras, and we're working on that. We'll be back with you live here in the next week or two. But regardless, we're on YouTube every week, Put Tools in Schools channel, and About Your House radio channel, and Facebook. We're not on Facebook Live now, are we?
No, we're not on. Sorry, we're not on Facebook Live today, unfortunately, because
of the
cameras
situation. But that'll be remedied here before too long as well. Technology, man, it's great. Speaking of ignorance, I'm totally ignorant when it comes to technology. All the bells and whistles and gadgets you got to know. Whoa.
It's constantly changing, too.
Everything's evolving. Everything's evolving.
But anyway, let's talk about health and wellness on the show today with Mr. Benjamin Prince
Absolutely.
here. And like I said, tune us in on Saturday mornings, 9 to 11 on Fox Sports Charlotte. YouTube, well, About Your House Radio, and Put Tools in Schools. Ben, What made you go health and wellness?
Well, brother,
I know you've had
my story's a relatively long one, but I'll give you a short synopsis version of it. The last time I was on Put Tools in Schools, and you had me and Jeremy. I told you a little briefly that, being military, I was a combat veteran, and had my battles with that, and still do to this day. But it's something just God told me. He kept talking to me. Hey, man, this is what helped you. You need to give this to the people. There's places like ours, but there's none that is like ours that helps the community to the point to where we're not charging $500 a month for something.
Right.
We're here to help everybody in the community, the big guys and the little guys, the people that have a lot of money and the people that don't have a lot of money. And there's many times that I help people that come in, don't have the money. I'm like, hey, man, God's telling me I need to help you, so I'm gonna help you. If you can't afford $50, I'll take half off. Can you afford 25? Okay, let me help you. I've given stuff away. I've given hyperbaric chamber visits away, because this elderly man needed it. Diabetes, had his foot cut off. The guy needed it to help heal his body. So, our place is, the whole purpose for me and our total mission is to help as many people as we can. Yes, we want to make a living. Yes, business, you have to make a living to keep the business alive. But it truly is not about the money for us. It's about you. It's about the people. It's about the communication that we have with each other. It's about getting you out of a certain mindset to be able to build you into the person you're supposed to be, not the person you were. Right? Inflammation is the killer of all emotion. You get inflammation, it brings you down, it makes you hurt, makes you not want to be around people, makes you ornery, makes you all the things. But when you change your mindset and draw inflammation out of the body, and the body feels the best it's ever felt, you can go out and be optimal around the people that you need to be around. Teach the people that you need to teach, and talk to the kids that you need to talk to. You never know when the next conversation, we've already had this conversation, you never know when the next conversation is that you're going to get somebody not to go pull the trigger that afternoon to kill themselves.
Unfortunately, your health is not going to come out of a pill bottle.
No, absolutely not.
And, now, I'm not a doctor. I don't think Ben is either.
No, sir.
We have no degrees in the medical industry. But I've got a degree in life called living. 74 years on this planet. God gave me a mind and the intelligence to think for myself, and the ability to do any research or go anywhere and find out anything I want.
Absolutely.
That's the gift of life we've all been given by God. I use that because he gave me.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest tool in the world on the planet, is what God gave us with our life.
Yep. Gave us life, gave us our knowledge. Knowledge is power. So,
and we have been dumbed down to, as a culture, so bad that we rely
absolutely
on. We become codependent in about every way, coming and going, and we don't even realize it.
Nope.
We're so a product. We're in the matrix. It's unreal. Speaking of health and wellness, the best things in life are free.
Yeah, think about it. Cold plunges, yeah, you can go buy a cold plunge, you can do all this, but Vikings have been doing that since the dawn of time.
Yes, they have.
And the becoming a man, their young men went and got into the
ice water
by the, glaciers and things like that,
sure,
where they're from, that's what they did in becoming a man, right? But then they realized it helped the body more than they thought it helped it.
They had no idea.
So now, listen, I'm not this, Joe Rogan and all these other guys, right? I'm not going to preach about it to the point to try and get a sponsorship or nothing. I'm just telling you the fact of the matter is, everything that we do has been happening for decades, hundreds and thousands
longer than
of years.
Western medicine.
100%. Saunas, where do you think that came from? Tiki huts. The Indians used to do it.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, they were using other things to become closer with their gods, but that's how they detox their bodies. Get into these tents, starting their fires and making their seance, doing all their things, and that's how they become closer with their God.
Exactly.
Right? So that has been happening since the dawn of time. saunas have been a thing since the dawn of time. The Romans used it. Cold baths, Romans used cold baths.
You do cold plunges much?
Absolutely. As
How often
a matter of fact, I do mine today. Today's my cold plunge day.
Well, you do it on a schedule?
Yeah, I have a
regimen?
Yeah, you have entrepreneurs have to have a certain schedule, and I stick to my schedule pretty much a lot, because if I get off of a routine, again, I'm still
I know routine.
I'm a combat veteran, so if I'm out of a routine, it throws me for a whirlwind sometimes, and mentally throws me off. So if I don't stay within my routine, I'm all messed up, and I can't be optimal for the people around me, my team in general. If I'm not optimal for them, they can't do the things that I need them to do to help us grow the business.
Right.
So again, I pour into our team as much as possible, to the point to where they know that your optimization as a human being is the best thing that you can have, for not only yourself, for the people around you as well.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
No question.
Absolutely.
How long you been open now?
We're going on our 3.5 years now.
All right. Yeah. Well, when last time I talked to you, you didn't have a big staff. You had some help, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you grown? Are you growing?
We got we got a few
growth
employees.
Is always the best
Well,
way.
the business has its highs and lows, and we're doing the best we have of what we have right now, and we're looking at possibly moving our facility closer into like the Denver area, and we're looking to expand in different areas too. So, I haven't really spoke about this yet, but we're getting ready to working on launching an IV therapy side to be able to give IVs to people and things like that, and we're looking at. We have a counselor on staff as well for young men and women that need help. We're working on hormone treatments and stuff like that too. So we got a lot of things that we're trying to expand into. It's just a matter of the right timing and the.
Well, and you've got to find the right people too.
Absolutely,
you've got to have a phlebotomist to do some of this.
Right, and I have all that. We've got an MD, a medical director. We have a registered nurse that's going to be over all that as well. So it's a work in progress.
Of course,
we're always evolving. We're always making the changes that we need to keep the business relevant, and then just trying to help the community, man. And again, on that side, we're not here to charge an arm and a leg for things like that. Most IV places, they're going to charge you $150 and higher in price. So that's not who we are.
In today's medical arena, with insurance being the game, being what it is, and the way the whole medical industry set up.
Oh, it's a racket, man.
It is a cash cow.
Oh, 100%. All it is padding in the pockets of the rich up top. That's all it's doing.
Yes, sir.
That's all it's doing.
I just wish people would get it and understood that, health doesn't have to be so difficult.
No, it don't. It can be as simple as just doing a sauna or doing a cold plunge, or we got compression boots. Come do compression boots.
What is compression?
So compression boots, you got compression socks, people that have bad circulation and things like that. So compression boots, your heart's a pump. It pushes the blood to the extremities. It doesn't suck it back. So what the compression boots do is it's like a blood pressure cuff. It activates the muscles in your legs to put that circulation, put that blood back into circulation to help with circulation, inflammation, put the blood back into areas to help heal it. Diabetics and things like that. So, people don't think that, swelling in the knees and ankles, diabetes causes that. Bad circulation causes that. But when you put that blood back into circulation, it's going to help the body heal itself. The body only needs circulation, blood, and oxygen. That's all it needs to heal it. You don't need a pill and water, obviously. Stay
hydrated.
Yeah.
Which I don't do enough.
No, but like it's crazy to me that people don't know that you can do these things outside of a hospital. Like, the hospital's needed for certain things, man. If you got a big stab wound, you got shot, you got a broken bone,
ERs are great. I love ERs.
So, they're all needed for a certain reason. Okay?
Yep.
You still have to do the work for yourself to optimize yourself. Yep. A doctor's not going to do that. You said it earlier. A doctor is going to do nothing but keep you sick, putting pills in your body to where you keep coming back because you're going to continue to be a customer.
That's right.
So if you can get healthy and get well enough to where you don't have to go to a doctor, what's the medical field going to do? Eventually, they're going to go, you know what? Maybe we should lower our prices. You know what? Maybe we should start giving health care away for free.
They'll figure out a way to con you and lie to you and make you feel sick.
Yep, exactly.
Because that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's why you go to the doctor all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a cough. I got to go to the doctor. Well, if you're doing your due diligence with your own self and your own spirit, you know what's wrong with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people look at me and have told me, and I've talked to doctors. I've had great friends that are doctors, surgeons, psychologists, psychiatrists, psychologists, psychiatrists. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of medical people, and the medical industry is trained to keep you a customer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're trained that way.
Yeah.
They're going to keep
Absolutely.
you a customer, and they're going to give you a prescription or a diagnosis around selling you a pill. And pills aren't for ills.
Mm-mm. Nope. No. Listen, there's so many holistic things out there that you can do, changing your diet or going and walking and doing a little bit of exercising. Yeah, everybody says that. Well, listen, I was 305 pounds. 305 pounds.
You was a fat little puppy.
I was a fat old boy. And
you were fat, boy.
2024, July of 2024, I got down to 190 pounds.
You lost over 100 pounds?
I lost over 100 pounds. All that took was a mindset change. That's all it takes.
You didn't go on no Ozempic?
No.
You did?
No.
I'm a dog. How about that?
All it takes is a mindset change, changing your nutrition, changing how you do things in life, optimizing your schedule. Again, like I was just talking about, like you have to do these things for yourself, not for the business that you work for or the president or so and so. You have to do it for yourself.
Well, let me ask you this: in your weight loss adventure, there, did you do any hormone work? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So before I didn't. So I lost the weight all naturally.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did everything.
No hormone?
No hormone.
Okay,
no hormone, nothing. So
think you know why?
Yeah, absolutely. Then I wanted to challenge myself even more. So I started a bodybuilding journey because I didn't know that I could look this way. I've always been the chubby kid. I've always been I've been athletic, but always not the best of looking, a round kid. Okay.
Right.
A
bit portly.
Yeah. Yeah. But, so like I went and got, most combat veterans have low testosterone,
right?
And it's a very much a thing because of
many things, many reasons.
But being in the heightened state of focus and adrenaline and all these things while you're in a combat zone, it kills your testosterone. So yeah, I am on testosterone treatments now.
Injections or what?
Injections, yeah. But
how long? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I've been on it for...
Man, we comparing notes here.
No, you're good. I've been on it. I've been on it. So ever since 2020, end of 24, I started.
Okay.
So about October, so July, I got down to 190 in July of 24. November of 24 is when I started my hormone treatments,
right?
Which has been a tremendous thing for me, just in my mental health side of things.
Well, that's why I brought it up, Ben, because don't ask me how I knew, but I already knew it intuitively.
Yeah.
I've been on testosterone therapy since 2017.
Okay.
And I bring it up because you're a man. You've had your ups and downs of life.
Absolutely.
And then here recently, relatively speaking, you got on testosterone therapy.
Yep.
And you said, just what did you see within yourself?
Oh man, just the differences.
Because men ask me, because I bring it up, because the vast majority of men out there are deficient in testosterone.
Oh, I guarantee, I'd say 80% of males out there right now are deficient Don't quote me on that percentage. I'm just saying in general. If I'm wrong, tell us.
Well,
but
a lot.
I would say a lot of men out there are deficient on testosterone. Absolutely, 100% agree with that. The things that I've seen for myself is this: I've seen the motivation come back. I've seen my energy come back. I've seen the being able to control certain emotions, being able
brain
to be
fog.
The brain fog is gone. The clarity is better. Like, there's so many more
energy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many benefits to it. It's insane. The problem is people. Yeah, it's a trend now. Everybody's getting on hormone treatments because it's all over social media and all the great things, right? That everybody thinks is great. But here's the thing: is when you were younger and when I was younger, they looked at stuff like that as steroids. You don't put that in your body. It's bad. It's this. It's that. It's performance enhancing. It's all these things. That's all it is. No. Testosterone, the body produces it.
And due to toxins, environmental toxins, now I'll tell you something.
All the stuff they put in McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Polyester.
I thought that was healthy.
Yeah.
Are you aware of how polyester and microfibers affect your wearing it?
Absolutely.
Wearing polyester.
Yep.
And
why do you think the Amish don't do that?
For a darn good reason.
Absolutely.
Cotton. Polyester will deplete your testosterone. This shirt I've got on. That's why the minute I'm out of the event, I take it off. I don't wear polyester anymore for that reason.
Yep.
Because it is a hormone inhibitor.
Yep.
So beware.
All those moisture wicking shirts and stuff like that, the same thing.
Yep. And it's a fact. So you may consider testosterone therapy, because as a man, especially an older fella, but now they've done tests on 30-year-olds, and it's amazing. It's absolutely scary to me how many young men have low testosterone.
Well, I mean, young men, combat veterans, they low testosterone. Their libido's low. They don't have that sex drive as you used to when you were a teenager. Like, it's just not there anymore because of low testosterone. Brings depression, anxiety, and all the other things, and then you're mentally just exhausted from dealing with all that. Nobody wants to do anything.
That's right.
You don't want to have that connection with your significant other because of things like that.
And the popularity of prostate issues. Me as a 74-year-old man, I'm dealing with prostate issues. It's very prominent. But then again, if you go to the doctor, they're going to cut on you, prescribe pills, do invasive procedures,
keep you sick,
and keep you in a state where if you do your own research and you find out about what causes all these issues.
And don't chat GBT it either. Don't do that. Good Lord, don't do that.
But you're going to find out that there are ways, and there are very beneficial ways to address it.
Yep, absolutely.
And they work. I'm not going to go into them now because, like I said, I'm not a doctor. Come get rid of me.
Yeah, we work closely with a lot of hormone treatment doctors and things, PAs and things like that with Freedom. Like, we have such a big community of people that just want to help people.
I agree.
Like, and it's insane to me that people don't know about a lot of this stuff anymore, or don't want to know about it.
Well, people, one, should talk about it more. And women, you're not free to go too. You got
hormone issues, estrogen issues there. Women have to have testosterone too, and
yes, they do.
A lot of women don't understand that.
They
the
do.
Testosterone balances out their estrogen levels. So, like, there's everybody needs it. Everybody needs it.
I agree. It's absolutely amazing. And you don't know this unless you go to the doctor and get a good blood panel. And the doctor's got to be willing to be honest and upfront with you, because not all Western medicine doctors will convey the truth to you. And this is the problem. I mean, some of the doctors don't even know because they don't train them. And you know what I'm talking about.
Doctors they work in practices. They practice medicine. They don't know medicine. So
I'm not here to criticize doctors. They're like teachers. I mean, they're like teachers. They're told what to say.
Absolutely.
They're told what to do. They're paid off what to do. We live in a very unfortunately, a very corrupt world.
We've been living in a corrupt world for ever.
But
It
it's
was just
all it's
now.
coming to the top now. So.
Not forever, but a century at least.
But when you get a new customer, I mean, I want to hear some stories. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, so
I want to hear a good story. Tell me a good story.
oh man,
Because I know you got some.
I've got a lady that Miss Lisa. Man, she's such an amazing, strong woman. She's battling cancer, and she was taking a lot of painkillers a day, and she's still around. She's been stage 4 cancer for a while now, and doctor said 2 years ago she wouldn't last a year, and then she's still here. Man, she comes in, and you want to talk about a light. Man, that woman is an absolute light. As soon as she walks in the door, she's a smiling, having a good time.
Great energy. She makes you feel like there's nothing wrong, but you can see it. You can see it in her face that, that is there. Like she's dealing with it, But people like that is who we get to talk to on the daily. We get to talk to people like that on the daily because it puts everything more in perspective for you that life is short. Life is so short. I mean, look, for Christ's sake, look at Kyle Busch. What happened to him? Like 41 years old. The man shouldn't have died. Nope.
You know what I mean? He shouldn't have died.
An infection.
Just from an infection. But this lady comes in every time she comes in and perseveres to the issues that she has and doesn't put it on everybody else. You know what I mean? We have a lot of different cases like that. I say cases. I don't even like saying cases. We have a lot of different. We call them the Freedom Family.
Sure.
We don't like calling them clients. We don't like calling them any of that just because it makes it feel weird. But we've got a guy that he has neuropathy. I did a neuropathy trial for free, an 8-week program that I put people that have. There's not really a cure out there for neuropathy. There's not. Right? And there's different types of neuropathy, but this man came in and became a member because what we did with him, he got feeling back in his feet. He got mobility back. He was happier because he got mobility back. This man comes in every week religiously to take care of himself. And he's also used to be a bodybuilder as well.
It's great therapy for him.
Absolutely.
It's working.
We have people come in and get into a cold plunge and have a mental breakdown because they're dealing with the depression and anxiety and all the things. That's how I fought my depression and anxiety, and I still do to this day. Cold plunges help you first of all,
They're cold.
They're cold, right? But if you get into a cold plunge.
I can't imagine that. Cold showers get me, but
if you get into a cold plunge, there's a few steps that you do, right? Is controlling your breath and controlling your mind. If you can do those things, you can control your day. The whole purpose of a cold plunge for me when I started cold plunging was to control my mind, control my emotion, right? You get it, and your mind's like, get out, this is stupid. People are watching you, get out, I don't want to do this. But we stand there with you, and we talk you through it. Breathe. It's okay. You don't have to get out. You can do this.
How long do you stay in a cold plunge?
3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah. So
that hurts.
it's
Don't you work your way in like you started the feed and then you go?
Well, some
up
people
a little
do.
bit,
Some people I don't. I just get right in.
Right in. Yeah.
I just get right in because the more you delay it, the more it hurts.
Gotcha.
Right.
That makes sense.
So when people get in, what I explain to them is this, and this is not a medical term at all. I call it savior mode. The body goes into savior mode to the point to where it's drawing all the blood from your extremities to save the vital organs.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
So that's what you're feeling. You're feeling the blood coming out of your extremities. That's where all the hurt and tingle and inflammation in your feet and your legs and your hands and all that come from. So like when you come out of that cold plunge, it's almost exhilarating. You're getting that dopamine dump. You're getting that blood flow back to your extremities, back to the areas that need to help heal: your knees, your hips, your ankles, your quads, your hams, all the things, your hip flexors, all these things. But again, the body only needs these things to heal it. It don't need a pill. It don't need ibuprofen. It don't need any shot. It don't need none of these things to heal it. All it needs is that blood flow. That's it. So when it does that, it takes all that blood, circulates it, and when you come out of it and you're starting to warm back up, doing contrast therapy like we do with all of our Freedom Fam, like it feels so exhilarating. People come in not smiling and they leave smiling every single time. Every time. And I'm not exaggerating that at all. Like, people come in, like I told you before, it's more than just the physical side of it for us. It's also the mental side. If we can get you to change your mindset of how you're thinking that day and not thinking about your pain, and do these therapies and then leave, and you feel better when you leave, I did my job.
Yeah.
Right? I was able to make your day better by feeling better. Then you can go out and optimize your day and feel better for everybody else around you, to where, again, you never know who you're going to come in contact with and have a conversation with. You never know who you're going to have to be there for in that time. So that's our mission, man. Our mission is to be able to help as many people as possible, make as many people as happy. We're not going to make everybody happy, obviously, but we're going to do our darndest to do that. That's entirely what our mission is.
What's your most popular therapy?
Man, our PEMF is what it's called. It's called a pulse PEMF. It's use electromagnetic field to help.
Yeah.
It helps heal the body in certain ways. The body is connected to the earth by electromagnetic field.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Grounded.
And we also have a vibration plate. So those two also complement each other. We have a vibration plate called a VibeX, which Dr. Benningfield out of Mooresville is a chiropractor. He actually he invented this plate. Man, you want to talk about, we're working on trying to get it into the VA for PTSD treatment and stuff like that. For me, when I'm mentally at war with myself because of my PTSD and things like that, I'll get on there for 3 minutes and it vibrates just enough to tickle my brain. It's the funny part of it. But
I hear what you're saying, because I've been on one.
It vibrates you so much, it gets the body and the central nervous system to calm down. As soon as that does, and you go back into like a homeostasis almost, to the point to where you're calm, you're collected, you can make decisions, you can move forward with something. Between that and the PEMF, man, that PEMF is insane how it works. It's you ever use a TENS unit before?
What's that?
A TENS unit?
No.
So a TENS unit is those, you put those pads on a muscle and it vibrate, it shocks the muscle. So the pulse PEMF is that on steroids, is what I like to call it, just to get people to understand it. It works more of a cellular level to help draw inflammation out of your joints, your muscles, and things like that, and to promote blood flow into those areas to help heal it.
And most every disease, everything is all around inflammation.
Yeah, 100%.
Everything.
I mean, cancer, it forms off of inflammation markers.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So if you have inflammation in your body, first of all, we all have cancer markers in our body, in our DNA, period. Right? The inflammation causes it to grow. That's what causes it to grow. So if you're not getting the inflammation out of your body, what are you doing to yourself? You wonder why we don't last as long as we used to as human beings. Human beings used to live past 100 years old, used to live past 200-300 years old back in biblical times. But now look at us now.
Yep.
We don't make it past 100. Half of us don't make it past 80.
They're trying to take us out quicker than that. Unbelievable, but they are. But knowing your body and knowing how your body works,
absolutely,
it very important. And unfortunately, we're not taught, trained,
nope,
informed,
nope,
none of that. Matter of fact, they don't want you informed. They want you ignorant. They want you stupid, is what they want.
What's the best way to combat brain inflammation besides diet, obviously, once you put in there?
Man, brain inflammation, the PEMF, you can use that. Our hyperbaric chamber, again, like I told you before, I do racing stuff on the side as well. I run with a IMSA team, which is a sports car team. I got back yesterday from Mid Ohio, and I went to the facility and I did a hyperbaric chamber for an hour and a half. And before I got in it, I had so much brain fog just from being tired and exhausted from driving back from Ohio and working in Ohio and all the things. I got into the hyperbaric chamber and it was like a light switch.
Explain to me what the hyperbaric, to our listeners, actually, what a hyperbaric chamber is.
A hyperbaric chamber, divers use it for decompression chambers and things like that, for the bends and things like that as well. But a hyperbaric chamber, we only breathe 21% oxygen out here. It puts 100% oxygen back into the brain, the lungs, the heart, to help heal it. Again, the body only needs the few things to heal it: circulation, blood, and oxygen. So, it helps with find new pathways for blood to travel, helps develop that. It also helps with burn issues. Like if you had burns, 3rd-degree burns, they use hyperbaric chambers for that. If you had cuts on your skin, it helps the healing process. Cancer markers, it helps with cancer. So it's really
an overload of oxygen.
Okay. 100%. It puts an overload of oxygen back into the body to where the body can speed up the healing process.
Are there any downsides at all to that? I'm just curious.
Well, I mean, there is downsides over oxygenating the body.
That's why I was curious.
Yeah, you can do stuff. That could happen, but we don't allow our client, our Freedom fam, to do that.
You stayed in there an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I just went in there, took a nap.
Right.
I went in there, passed out, and I took my pillow out of my truck. I drooled all over it.
Is it a room or is it like a little sauna room or something like that?
No. So our concept is we have an open concept. Our floor plan's open. So our hyperbaric chambers are out and open. We have all the safety and everything in place for our hyperbarics, so there's no issues with that. We are inspected by the fire marshal all the time,
right?
Because of that reason. But again, our place it's an open concept so that community can come together and communicate. Right? If we're not communicating as a community, what are we? We're not a community.
Not too good.
No,
I agree. So. Well, let's take care of our sponsors here. This is our first break, right? Mm-hmm. Just to check, because I got all carried away with our show here.
Yeah, we got a little off track.
Let's talk about ABS Insulating. ABS Insulating, something I just didn't mention before, is their gutter division. Summer's on us, afternoon thunderstorms, afternoon showers. Hopefully we'll get some rain. Speaking of weather, we're looking at the 90s here in the next week, about every day. So summertime's here. You need better comfort, call ABS Insulating. They've got answers. And air seal programs, closed cell, open cell foam. They've got you covered. Comfort's their game. Yep. ABSinsulating.com. Also got a gutter division. They will take care of your gutter issues. If you've got gutter problems, they've got you. They've got resources to fix any gutter situation, be it jumbo gutters, regular residential gutters, jumbo downspouts, barrel gutters, gutter protection. Hey, they got gutters, okay? ABSinsulating.com. Check them out. FCI, Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. If you need flooring, I would highly recommend you go to yourflooringteam.com, give them a call, set up an appointment. They'll bring the showroom to you. No matter what you need, they've got it. Be it ceramic tile, LVP, LVT, laminate flooring, carpet, whatever you need, they got it. Stair treads, you want natural oak stair treads, they can take care of it. Runners, custom carpets, special binded carpets. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Yourflooringteam.com. And if you got a room you need furniture, appliances, technology, media, you name it, hey, Queen City Home Store. Give them a call, 704-391-6000. You can shop online. Anything in the store, go online, queencityonline.com. You can shop online. If it's appliances, best price, best product selection, guaranteed. You can't find a staff any more knowledgeable about product than the Queen City Home Store. That's queencityonline.com. And on today's show, we have Freedom, Longevity, and Wellness. And we talking to Benjamin Prince about what they offer in wellness and health and longevity, living longer, living happier, living with a better outlook on life.
Amen.
In various modalities. Yep, these are modalities. UV lights, light therapy.
Red light therapy, yeah, we have that. Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
I do. My wife gets on. She gets on me all. I've never been a hairy person, but red light therapy helps you, your hair growth and things like that. And my back has gotten so doggone hairy from the hormone treatment and that. And she looked at me the other day. Oh my Lord, I'm going to have to shave your back now.
So light therapy makes your hair grow?
Yeah, it helps with the hair growth. Yeah.
Testosterone does too.
Absolutely.
Testosterone therapy makes my hair grow quick, my nails grow quicker.
Absolutely.
And I'm just throwing that in there as a side benefit to testosterone therapy.
Yep. Yep.
My nails grow quick, my
Absolutely.
hair grows quicker, and something else I've noticed: my left hair grows quicker than my right hair. Isn't that weird?
That is.
But it does. It's affected that way, And I noticed this after I went on testosterone therapy.
Yeah, it's amazing benefits though. It really is.
And another thing about you guys out there with the big pot guts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It'll help you get rid of that pot gut.
Mm-hmm.
I went from 215 down to 175 almost in less than 3 months. Once I started, and I didn't go on any other diet.
Yep.
I do intermittent fasting. I eat 1 meal a day every day.
Yep.
Normally that's dinner, and late afternoon, early evening dinner.
Yep.
That's another health benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you into?
I've done mine was more of a spiritual thing for me. I did a 14-day fast.
Oh, one of those.
I did a 14-day fast. Was amazing. I felt the best I've ever felt in my life.
People say, how do you do that? How do you go without eating?
Oh, man, we ain't supposed to eat every day.
I agree with you. We're not supposed to eat 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day is absolutely crazy. You don't need that much food.
Do you think cavemen and Indians ate 3 meals a day?
Lord, no. They did good to eat one.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Had to go kill what they ate.
Yep.
They didn't go down to the food line and say, let's go buy dinner.
Absolutely. But,
right into the food line on horseback.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, you don't need 3 meals a day. All that's for money.
Yep.
And what they've told you is bad for you is actually good for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Welcome to America.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also Saturday this weekend, we have our block party that we do every year. We do this, since we've opened, we do a block party every year.
What's the block party? Tell me more about it.
It's we invite all local vendors. And every year we've grown. This is the 3rd year now. This year we have like 30 something vendors coming out, going to be in the parking lot from all local vendors. We got a few food trucks coming, and it's an open house. You get to come down to Freedom, down in Terrell, 8606 Highway 150 East, Terrell, North Carolina, and from 12 to 4. Saturday, June 13th, and come in, check the place out, try the boots out, try a cold plunge if you want to try a cold plunge, check the vendors out outside in the parking lot. We have a DJ going to be there, DJ J Wills, awesome cat. He's he's a paralyzed DJ. Super good. He's amazing at what he does. And we have a bunch of nutrition stores coming, local nutrition stores. We have gyms going to be there. We have IV therapy stuff there. We have massage therapy there. Man, we got a lot of different vendors coming. Knickknacks. A little girl 3D prints her little knickknacks, so she comes and sells her things there.
That's cute.
Again, for us, it's all about empowering our community. If we can give back we don't charge our vendors. A lot of these places charge their vendors $300 to come up and set a booth or something.
Money.
Absolutely, it's not about that for me. Yeah, I could have been a huge money grab for me and go, you know what, I'm gonna make some money this time and charge $200 a slot. Why would I do that?
I love your attitude.
Being a small business owner now, knowing where I'm at in my business, why would I charge somebody $300 to come? What if 10 people show up?
Right.
Lord willing, 100 people show up, right? But what if 10 people showed up and they just paid $300, $200 to have this space? What are they going to do? Now they're
disappointed.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Absolutely. And it's going to, take the wind out of their sails and what they think that they need to be doing, right? So, again, our mission is to help as many people as possible. Help not only people in their health side, but maybe their business side of their journey too,
I got it. And you're right. And I appreciate your giving spirit that you do.
That's what God put me on this earth to do, brother. That's what I'm gonna do.
I gotta bring up one point here, and I talk about NARI a lot, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry, in their monthly meeting, and only because, well, home improvement is a very popular trend. I mean, YouTube channels, go to YouTube University.
I'll say that's the only thing good that came out of COVID.
What's that?
All these remodeling and everything. Everybody wants to do more remodeling now because of COVID
you're
happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like COVID happened. You can't come out of your house and you're sitting in your house going, I don't like this. It's time to change it.
Sure. It did motivate people into getting more intimate, as I've said here on this show many times, more intimate with your house.
Yep.
And so remodeling is very popular, and a lot of people have changed career pathways. Said, I'm going to be a designer or interior designer, decorator, and or I'm going to get into remodeling or residential construction. And NARI, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry of Greater Charlotte, meets the last Thursday of every month. And this month's no different, Thursday, June 25th, 5:30 to 8 at Cosentino. Cosentino is I call it a rock store, a tile store, a surface company down in the Westinghouse area. That's South Charlotte, right off 77. It's 11435 Granite Street down there in the Westinghouse industrial area. But that's Cosentino, the NARI of Charlotte, the NARI of Greater Charlotte monthly meeting. And I recommend, if you're looking to be a remodeler or get into the remodeling industry or want to know more people in the remodeling industry, that's a great way to do it. And I highly recommend you going online, NARICharlotte.com, and just register as a guest or whatever. And I look forward to seeing you there. I'll be there this month. I have missed past two meetings. And I was at an event 2 weeks ago, and somebody walked up to me and said, "Where you been?" I said, "What do you mean?" "We ain't seen you at a NARI meeting." I said, "'Cause I wasn't there."
Well, life happens, man.
Yeah, no, it was logistics. One was up in Morrisville and one was down in Indian Trail. Mm-hmm. And where I'm at, no thank you. Although I love attending meetings and I love seeing people, the fellowship, seeing your constituents. Like the other night at the Queen City Home Store celebration, Martha Player walked up to me and she said, "Do you know many people in this room?" I said, "Quite a few, actually." And I knew more people than I thought I'd know. But, I mean, after all, 56 years.
Oh, yeah, as long as you've had in this industry. Yep.
I was standing at the table having me an adult beverage and just looking at the beautiful people in the room. And the guy walks up to me, right beside me, and looked up at me and said, "Are you Roddy Player?" I started laughing. I says, "No." I said, "No." And then I looked at him and I recognized him. It was Grady Mosley, a contractor I'd done work for years.
Yeah.
And I says, "Grady, you don't remember me?" He says, "Who are you?" And I told him my name. He said, "Oh, my goodness, yeah, Lord. Yeah, I remember you." He said, "You're the only guy to come in and put my appliances in and didn't scratch the floor." And I said, "That's because I use hardboard.
Yeah.
I never go into a house that I don't cover the floor where I'm working."
No, man, you can't. You got to take pride in what you do. I know that. You got to take pride in what you do, man. I think that's another thing in these trades now is a lot of people don't pay attention to detail, but they also don't take pride in what they do.
They're not taught, though.
No, they're not.
That's to the point I was trying to make. They're not taught. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
That's why we got to teach them.
Yep.
I get upset. People say, "You get angry." No, I'm not mad. I'm frustrated. This isn't a hard task to do. But unfortunately, we've dumbed down so many people, there's not enough people out there to teach.
Yep.
Then when you teach and, you tell them the right way, they want to sit there and argue with you.
Yep. Yeah, I was fortunate enough growing up. I think me and you were fortunate enough to grow up with somebody that taught us. My grandfather, Benny Prince, he taught me everything I could learn to be a man and be able to fix anything. And, growing up in the Depression like they did back then, my wife gets on me all the time. "You're a hoarder." I said, "Yeah, I'm just like my granddaddy. He taught me to be a hoarder because you never know when you're going to need something."
and I hope this doesn't stir any emotion in you, but I'm going to ask you, your father wasn't really active.
Well, in the beginning of my life, my mom and him weren't around each other, no, but he is in my life now, and I'm grateful for him being in my life. Yeah, we've known. I've known him physically for since I was 14 now. So yeah, and I turned 40 this year. So I mean,
Good.
Like me and him have one of our best relationships. For not being in each other's lives, and for 14 years of my life, and man, I'm super thankful to have him in my life. My mom did everything she could for me in my entire life, and
Good.
Put things in perspective for me, and taught me how to work hard to earn what I needed. So
Well, I bring that up because of the single parent syndrome that's rampant in America today. There are a lot of single mothers out there raising a lot of young boys. Hopefully they get help. We got a man problem. How many kids? How many young men know how to change tires on their car? They don't.
I seen one the other day going. I drive haulers around for these race teams.
Sure.
I seen one the other day coming out of Ohio, around Cleveland, not Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland area. This young woman was changing a tire on this boy's car.
Goodness gracious!
Like I ain't never in my life seen something like it. Are you kidding me? I mean, good on that young lady, but the young man didn't know how to change a tire. That's a problem. That is a problem.
It's a big problem, but and a lot of people will say even today, why do you need to know how?
I could just call somebody.
Life skills is why you need to know how.
Absolutely.
Just like driving an automobile. 16-year-olds ought to drive. Because why? Because they're old enough to take that responsibility and do something with. And we're not teaching kids that responsibility.
No.
It's a problem. And it's hurting all of us. We just don't. We're coddling these kids. We've got to stop and give them responsibility and teach them how to drive, how to be responsible, not how to play games. That's another thing, these games. I mean, my gosh, what are you going to be when you grow up? I'm going to be an influencer.
Esports.
I'm going to be on esports.
Changed a little bit when I was growing up.
Yeah,
I'm a gamer.
I think it was one of the parts of my life where I failed my son a little bit. You know what I mean? I was a big gamer, and that's what he does. And to be 100%, I'm not saying it just because of my son, but that boy could have been on esports and things like that. I mean, he had a broken hand playing Fortnite with a switch, and he could still beat everybody. Fortnite's
it's a game. Yeah, I get it.
It's free.
It's a difficult game to play.
I understand.
But anyway, and this kid was really good at it. But knowing what this world is, and knowing that I couldn't put my son out there like that because he didn't have the life skills or the knowledge to, you can't say certain things, you can't do this, you can't do that. He doesn't have that discipline.
What a guy told me yesterday, the one that told me that he was great to know me, the fact that I would give up my knowledge to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he also said something about these kids, not being able to get it because they're so preoccupied in the gaming world and everything else.
I don't disagree.
That has been as I bring kids into the toolbox here and work with them, every Friday now we have workshops where 1 to 10 kids might show up, and I work with these kids. And I talk to them, and I talk to them about gaming. And some of them want to grab their phones out. Why?
Because that's where the games are at.
That's where the games are at.
Yep.
Well, let me talk
You
about.
love to play Grand Theft Auto, Ray. I
Oh,
know you
yeah,
do in
I'm
your
all
free
over it.
time.
All over it.
Grove Street,
I can't
you roll
wait to
through
end
Grove
this-
Street.
I can't wait to stop this show in about here another 10, 15 minutes so I go game.
Turn on that console.
Yes, sir. Get on it. No,
Get on there with your friends. Get your
I'm
headset.
kidding. No, but I want to talk about Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Yeah, if you got foundation issues, or think you've got them, give them a call. RhinoLiftFoundations.com. It's that simple. Young company, young meaning it's not an old company, but then again, how many are around Charlotte are that old. And when I say, well, there's some out here that old, no, they've shifted owners. There's a lot of that going on right now. Rhino Live Foundation Solutions, basically a family-owned business. Two young men created a totally transparent business out of foundation repair. Foundation repair, crawl-space situations, slab problems, patio problems, driveway issues, you name it, they can take care of it. That's Rhino Live Foundation Solutions, and they are a licensed general contractor in North and South Carolina. From the mountains to the coast, they've got you covered. Give them a call, free consultation. They have resources, they have solutions. That's rhinolivefoundations.com. And now Kilo Exterminating. Since 1939, 3 generations old, family owned, great company, all technicians certified, everything you want in a pest control company. Kilo.biz. Check them out. Get your own little exterminating guy, technician. That's right. They'll have his number. Call him when you've got issues. You've got concerns. They're a company that will listen to you, teach you, inform you about whatever the case may be. You got ant problems, Kilo can take care of it. That's Kilo.biz. Today, great show with Mr. Benjamin Prince and I forgot the name of the company. Freedom Longevity and Wellness. I know where it's at. Freedom Longevity and Wellness. All I got to do is click into my hard drive.
FreedomLKN.com if you want to come check us out, or FreedomLKN at FreedomLKN on any Instagram, social media, anything like that.
FreedomLKN.
That's it.
.com.
Yep, that's it. That's
FreedomLKN.com.
Yes,
if you're looking for wellness and help, well, there you go. Y'all do consultation.
We also have an app, Freedom Longevity and Wellness app as well. You can go on any or Apple or Android and download the app, and you can go right in there and schedule and book a session.
Gotcha. And this show is brought to you weekly also by Put Tools in Schools. PutToolsInSchools.org. We're building a toolbox up here in North Charlotte.
Donate some tools to the toolbox. They need welders. They need everything. Anything y'all can donate it. These guys need it. They're here to help the community. These kids, man, these kids need it. So donate.
The kids need it so you can use the kids in your future with all your home service problems. Because if you don't, I don't know who's going to fix your house, because we're running out of resources.
Absolutely.
In the toolbox here, what do we need? We need support. We're going to need instructors. Yep. We're going to need supplies, materials, electrical, plumbing, drywall, carpentry, yep, welding, automotive, mechanic,
yep,
cooking, culinary. Same thing, right?
Yep.
Well, we need your support. That's PutToolsInSchools.org. We need money, donations, whatever we can wrap our hands around. We need support.
Become servant leaders and come support. Come volunteer your time to help these guys out, man. They need it.
Yep, we have a workshop every Saturday morning. Typically, you can go on the PutToolsInSchools.org and RSVP any event we've got here, and they will be posted on the website. That is PutToolsInSchools.org. So help us as we help the future, and that's what it's all about. Amen. Uncle Ray at the toolbox. That's right. That's me. So got Benjamin Prince here in the studio today talking about health and wellness. You know, there's a lot of answers out there for your health and just your wellness. Mm-hmm. And we've got an issue coming up this year, and it's all around cannabis. Mm-hmm. Are you an advocate?
I'm an advocate. I don't use, I can't with my CDL, but I use CBD products and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. CBD products.
Yeah. So I mean, CBD is huge, man. We need this in our community. It helps with inflammation. It helps with brain markers. It helps with all kinds of different things.
Well, I'm gonna give my personal story once again. Last week, this hand, my right hand, it absolutely was hurting beyond comprehension. It was hurting big time. I couldn't even do this. I couldn't do this. And I knew immediately if I took CBD oil 3 days in a row, it would go away. And it did.
Well, they got topical cream too, especially like any kind of wrist, elbow, muscle thing. All that topical cream that you can put on it, man. Like especially driving a truck or doing plumbing or anything like that, and on your knees and bending over, lifting heavy stuff up, and your back hurts. Have somebody rub that on your back a little bit. Man, it's amazing what recovery CBD is one of them that does a good job.
It works. 3 days after I started the therapy again, twice a day I put a tincture of CBD oil under my tongue. I use the brand Green Serene at Crown Town Cannabis.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been on it since I started testosterone in 2017. Now, I haven't been consistent, but if I'm not consistent,
you can tell a difference.
I can tell.
Oh, absolutely.
Like right there, man. I couldn't even shake somebody's hands last week. It hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Right in there, and I think it's arthritis. But I'm gonna tell you, it works, folks. CBD oil. I'm not here as suggesting going spending money at Crown Town Cannabis. You can get CBD oil at various locations. I bet you sell some, don't you?
I actually don't, just because of I don't want any kind of conflict of interest with that. But I mean, Mike and Nikki. I went to school with Nikki. They're amazing people.
Sure.
Crown Town's awesome. It's awesome.
But I'm gonna tell you something. If we don't step up and support the industry, it's going away.
Yep.
They're bound and determined to take anything free away from us.
Yep. That's
Anything
exactly
that doesn't cost money and the pharmaceutical industry can't make a buck on, they're taking away from us. And we're free. We're free.
Yep.
Yeah, we got freedom here in this country. Yeah, we do. Freedom
You
to
see
spend
that?
money.
Freedom. We have freedom in this country.
Right. You got it. But
No pun
seriously, I
intended.
mean, what they're doing to us is unbelievable. Well, Ben, we got 1 minute and 15 seconds. I've enjoyed it.
Man, I second time I've been here, brother, and I've enjoyed it tremendously.
Well,
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate what you're doing.
No, I appreciate what you're doing with these kids in this community, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. I got to get my son down here. Maybe you could teach him a few things.
Well, I fight like heck to teach everybody that walks in this building something.
Yep.
And give back something to whoever might come and visit. This Thursday, day after tomorrow, we're going to paint our conference room and classroom. And then Saturday, we're going to finish up our work area out here so we can get some kids in here for the summer activities. We've got 3 nonprofits coming in here next week to tour it.
Amen.
See if we can work in conjunction with them this summer to get these kids active.
It's amazing.
And working with their hands.
Yes, sir.
Tell them how to get in touch with you again, real quick.
FreedomLKN.com, at FreedomLKN on any of the social media platforms. We also have our app. Our facility is 8606 Highway 150 East, and we also, just give us a call.
There you go. We'll see you next week right here about your house. More to come next week. David Richardson. We'll talk to you then. Have a good week.